Hey everyone, it's Hurley from Inklips. Today I'm super honored to be over on the Hero Arts vlog, and I'm going to be showing you guys how to kind of spice up giving a gift card and make some really awesome gift card holders. So I'm going to be using the Wolf and Purr stamp set with those cute little dogs and cats, and these hybrid inks which are super bright and really great for blending as well. And then I'm going to be using this die which creates the entire gift card holder itself, and there's so many endless opportunities with this die, and I'm going to show you how to use it today. Alright, so for both projects, I just started out by running through my die through the machine a couple different times with a couple different materials. I started off with white cardstock and vellum in today's video, and I'll show you those effects you get later on. I think they're pretty cool, but the opportunities with this are pretty endless, and you guys can really just cut these out of a bunch of different materials and see what you like best. Also, leave room for mistakes and maybe cut a couple extra as well. So I die cut all of these, and you'll notice the scoring lines that you have on these. That'll make it super easy to fold and put together later on in the video once we're at that point. So then with these first two, these are the regular white cardstock ones that give you a super bright effect. So I'm just starting off by ink blending these down, and I'm using the hybrid inks from Hero Arts, which are a mix between dye and pigment inks. It's a little bit confusing, but they actually have variety of or characteristics of both of the inks. So it'll give you some really bright colors, and it'll still sink into the cardstock like a dye ink and have a little bit of an in-between drying time. It's not too much though, and it really gives some really awesome bright colors. And I encourage you guys to just test these out and see which colors you like best together. I went with some warmer colors on one with some oranges, pinks, and kind of reddish colors. And then on the other one, I did some cooler tones with the blues, teals, and green colors here. I'd encourage you guys to just test out with these though, and if anything bad happens with them, you can just throw the little cardstock away and restart on it and get some color effects that you guys really like. Also, some of these colors are a little bit dirtier than they usually would. Sometimes I just don't change the blending tool in between each one. I tell myself that it's because they'll blend better, but it might be just because I'm a little too lazy to change the sponge. So once I've finished ink blending, I'm just moving on to creating the rest of the background. I'm just spraying this with a little Tim Holtz spritzer, and kind of since it has those dye properties still, it reacts just a little bit with these and creates a little subtle texture in the background. Nothing like the Distress Inks would, but it definitely gives a cool texture that I like, maybe even a little bit more than the Distress Ink water. So after I'm done with that, I'm just folding down all the edges right on the score marks, which it makes it super easy. You can also use a bone folder to help crease those down as well. And then I'm going to fold in the two sides, and then I'm folding up the bottom. And once I'm done with that, the bottom actually goes on top. And then I'm going to just add some adhesive on the two sides, going all the way down to the bottom, making sure that it's pretty strong adhesive, because you want this to definitely stay shut to hold the gift card. So if you guys have any like Be Creative tape or just some really strong tape runner, add it there, and then finish it off by just closing that little bottom part, and you'll be able to slide a gift card right in and out of there. Then for these second ones with the vellum where the gift card peeks through, I'm using these same hybrid inks, except I'm using it on this vellum here. And most inks won't react like this on the vellum, or they'll wipe right off and won't really dry too well on here. But these inks go on here really well, and they dry after a little while, and they give a really cool subtle effect of the color, but it's definitely still there. These don't blend super well in here because it kind of just moves the other colors around, but it definitely gives a really cool colorful effect and adds some really simple and colorful, effortless color onto here, and you don't really have to take much time to do it as well. It just kind of glides right on. It doesn't really have the same blending properties like it will on paper though. You have to be a little bit careful with that so you don't move too much color around, since you are using like 3 colors on it, but it looks really cool in the end, and it'll give you just a little bit of a tint over your gift card once you're finished. So I'm doing the same thing here with this. I folded all the edges down, and I'm just adding adhesive on the sides there, going down to the bottom, and then I'm going to just fold over my bottom part, and then you can just slide a gift card right in there, tuck in the flap, and send it to somebody as well. It's a really awesome way to just get some color onto that vellum. So then I'm just taking all of my little dog and cat images, I'm adding them onto an acrylic block, really no rhyme or reason to this since we're cutting them all out, and I'm stamping it down using some Copic friendly Memento Tuxedo black ink here, and I'm just stapling down doubles, and I'm not using nearly as many dogs or cats that I stamped. I just wanted to stamp them all in case I needed them, but I ended up not needing them in the final cards. So onto the Copic Coloring here. I'm just doing some really simple marker coloring without too much blending here, and I cut in and out of portions and fast forwarded some of it as well, so that's not the main portion of the video, but I still did want to show some of the coloring here. And I wanted to make sure that I colored some of the dogs in warm colors and some of them in cool colors, because you can kind of match them on the background that they're supposed to be on then, and I find that some of the cool colors will look better on top of the warm colors, and vice versa, and you guys can kind of see what looks better to you or I as well. So I'm just coloring these doggies and cats in. Leave a comment down below letting me know if you guys are a dog fan or a cat fan. I'm definitely a big dog fan. I have 2 of them. I'm allergic to cats, so I can't have those, but let me know in the comments below which one is your favorite as I color these guys in. So I'm coloring some of them in, varying a lot of the different shades, and after I'm done with that, I'm cutting all of them out, and I'm going to create little scenes on these gift card holders, so you can just have little kind of funny messages that go along with the dogs and the cats, in case if you guys have dog or cat lovers that you want to give these gift cards to. So I think all these sentiments are super cute. I stamped them down and I'm white heat embossing them. And after I heat set them, I decided to just cut them out kind of wonkily, following the little letters. And then I'm just adding those down flat onto my cards, and I popped off the little critters flying everywhere. So that finishes up for today's video. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Even though these gift card holders were a little something different, it's still a gift nevertheless, and it's still sharing handmade kindness, which I just love. These gift card holders are super awesome. I love how the vellum ones showed the gift card inside of them, and the other ones just kind of hide it, but still give some really awesome bright colors with these little cute dog and cats on the front that are really simply colored and have awesome little punny messages on them. I just love these. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a big thumbs up if you did. There's more videos of mine on screen, and I'll check out these links on screen as well. There's a link to the Hero Arts blog and also a link to subscribe to my channel if you guys want to see more videos like this and become a part of the Anklips family. I hope you guys will have an amazing day, and I'll see you very, very soon for another card making and crafting video. Bye!